If you've watched some of the videos on this channel concerning cards from around the year 2000, you're aware that I stopped collecting heavily at this point in time. There were just too many sets, and the hobby was fragmenting. In 1999-2000, Upper Deck had its regular set in addition to Black Diamond, Encore, Gold Reserve, Hardcourt, Holographics, Ionics Legends, MVP, Ovation, Retro, Victory, and Ultimate Victory, and that doesn't include some preseason and boxed sets. Too many cards. But let's just look at the regular 1999-2000 Upper Deck, the regular set. In that set, there are over a dozen insert sets, and that's not including the parallel versions of those. In my collection, see, I like to have some samples of the whole hobby. Everything has a little bit of representation. And around the year 2000, it was just too much. Too many cards. Well, one of the insert sets from 1999-2000 Upper Deck is this now showing set. The design theme, it presents a star player and the team kind of in the context of an upcoming movie. There's one player per team plus an extra Michael Jordan card. That makes it an even 30 cards. Now, Kevin Garnett is the Minnesota Timberwolves representative. And the card is titled right here, The Kevin Garnett Show. I'll let you look at that a little closer. Up there at the top. Now, I'm sure a card saying The Kevin Garnett Show would just absolutely thrill his teammates. Now, this is followed by just some generic quotes that really are almost pointless. Thrilling, breakout star, A+, cool as ice, towering. I mean, I guess the only one that really applies is that towering because he's tall. I don't know, I guess cool as ice. They're very generic. And if those teammates weren't mad enough about the Kevin Garnett Show, how about this at the bottom? Starring Kevin Garnett and the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know. I think that this insert set is a little bit forced. Honestly, it feels like an interesting concept that was just kind of rushed and not fully thought out. If you're going to do something like this, I don't know. There needs to be some subtlety, some good information integrated into the design. Now, fortunately, the back of the card is a little more interesting. Kind of what I'm talking about that should be throughout the card. They do mention some other players of the team, kind of as like other actors in a movie down here. See, there's some teammates mentioned. Joe Smith, Wally Szczerbiak. They also put the coach of the Timberwolves in the role of the producer. See, a Flip Saunders production. They added the coach. These are the kind of details. If you're going to make an entertaining kind of humorous card like this, yeah, you need to be subtle. The other thing that they did that was clever was right here for the premiere of this show. This was the Timberwolves' first game of the season, November 5th, 1999. Opens worldwide. But other than those few details, yeah, it's just a little bit of a thoughtless rush job, honestly. Like here, story by Kevin Garnett. Moves by Kevin Garnett. Why even have that line in there? And the blurb is not clever or informative. At the age of 23, a player, Garnett, has the world at his fingertips. Well, okay, maybe not necessarily the world at his fingertips. And then this down here, you're likely to experience serious excitement. I just, there had to be some other ideas, like the Flip Saunders or this date, that incorporates real information, real facts that we would be curious about. If they would have did that, this really would have been a neat set. This is one of the most common insert sets in 1999-2000 Upper Deck. It was 1 in 4 packs, Series 1 this was. You know, the concept is interesting. The foil is actually really attractive. See? And there's kind of a different section of foil around these quotes. So that's nice. But the idea, it just would have worked better if someone would have pushed it a lot further, you know? Other than those few thoughtful ideas, it almost feels like there was a template that, you know, they didn't finish filling in with more specific things. There's also parallel versions of this card. They call them Quantum Level 1 and 2, but these are so limited. They have serial numbers, and they're so limited. And there's so many insert sets, and they all have these levels. So it's very scattered. And for that reason, they're kind of just not on the radar of most collectors, unless you're really trying to be a completist. But yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed looking at the card. I have mixed feelings about it, but makes it interesting. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.